Hey Vikings, welcome to another episode of VVN. We know it's been a long break, but we really hope you enjoyed this episode.
What's up, Vikings? Don't miss the opportunity to buy your tickets and join us for the fall production of Puffs, or 7 increasingly eventful years at a certain school of magic and magic. The show will take place in the cafetorium on November 30th, December 1st, 2nd, 7th, and 8th at 8 p.m. Check your email for the link to purchase tickets.
Usually, I'm not supposed to be the one who's supposed to do this type of news, but half our team is currently busy. Something about seeing the world. Okay, anyways. Northern Iceland, located north of Iceland, you're welcome by the way, has been hit with hundreds of earthquakes. If you know anything about tectonic plates, a volcanic eruption just might be around the corner. Chances of this happening is very likely according to officials. Since we shouldn't take gambles, take this from a gacha player. Around 4,000 people have been evacuated over the weekend after the ground shook, the roads cracked, and the buildings were damaged. That's all from me acting as a substitute for the reporter of world news. You'll see me later doing my regular segment.
What's up, Vikings? Hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving break. Today, the 28th, boys JV and varsity soccer will play against Bassett away, with JV starting at 3:30 and varsity starting at 5. Also, girls varsity basketball face Glen away. The game starts at 5. Wednesday, the 29th, boys JV and varsity basketball will face Bishop Mont home, with JV starting at 5 and varsity starting at 6:30. Thursday, the 30th, girls JV and varsity soccer will play against La Habra away, with JV starting at 3:30 and varsity starting at 5. Boys varsity soccer will play against Sierra Canyon away. The game starts at 6:30. Also, girls varsity basketball will face Baldwin Park home. The game starts at 5. Lastly, on Monday the 4th, boys JV and varsity soccer will play against Keppel away, with JV starting at 4 and varsity starting at 5:30. That's all for sports this week. See you guys next week.
Hey there, I've missed all of you after from the break. So anyways, as it was mentioned a few weeks ago, the nominees for this year's Game Awards has been mentioned. Would be Mario Wonder, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, Resident Evil 4. Did I miss anything? If I did, just tell me. I know there's a 6th game out there. Anyways, this week's game recommendation is on Roblox, which is Forgotten Memories. Now you're gonna ask me, what is Forgotten Memories? It's basically a FNAF fan game. Yes, I am talking about FNAF, even though it's been weeks from the movie. So what basically the story is, 4 teenagers get hired on a taco pizzeria basically, and you have to survive. That's all from me, Vikings. See you next week.
Some November national days are National Day of Giving, which is on November 28th. On November 29th, it's National Chadwick Boseman Day. And on November 30th, it's National Celebrate Shelter Pets Day. And on December 1st, it's Universal Human Rights Month.
Hey Vikings, today's movie recommendation is Jingle All the Way. This movie is about Howard Langston, who is a workaholic and wants to make things up to his son. Howard makes a promise to his son with the newest toy, Turboman. Howard is now on the hunt to find this toy, but then he runs into his mailman who's also trying to find this toy for his son. Howard, now trying to achieve this promise to his son, realizes what the real meaning of Christmas is. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. That's all from me, Vikings.
Hey Vikings, today's show recommendation is Fuller House. Fuller House follows the life of DJ Tanner. After realizing she is unable to cope with the demands of holding a full-time job as a veterinarian, in addition to raising 3 kids, her sister Stephanie and childhood best friend Kimmy offer to move in to bring up her children. That's all for today, Vikings.
Do any of you remember the serial killings in 2014? No? Well, someone hasn't seen Hamatora, the animation. Now I'd like to take a quick detour since someone told me to recommend a fall-related anime. I'd rather choose anime that interests me instead of something related to the current time of the year. Either way, it has to fulfill my one criteria. It's not mainstream. In this world, there's a rare chance that someone could be born with a minimum. Think of superpowers that activate, but only you take specific actions, like putting on the headphones, removing glasses, or biting on a taser. Oh, I should explain why I don't recommend mainstream anime. Well, what's the point of recommending things everyone around you has already known? Also, too much of a good thing is bad. If your standards are Jujutsu Kaisen, then you will only be disappointed more frequently. Anyways, back to serial killers and superpowers. Someone has been targeting these people with minimum. Worst of all, they're also harvesting their victims' brains. Who could have done this? Well, let's leave it in the hands of Nice and Murasaki, 2 fantastic detectives that are on the case. All that's needed to be more awesome is a fedora and a That's all for this week, Vikings. See you again next week.